pants because you'll want them today. You may face a health dilemma when it comes to kids and sleep and getting back into a routine for school. Your kids have probably been staying up a little later at night, sleeping in a little longer in the morning. So how can you get them back on a regular sleep schedule for school? Dr. Kristin Woodward is here to answer those questions for us. Good to see you as always. We're glad you're here. I even have a cold, so I won't shake your hand this morning. But where do we start and how soon do we start to try to get them back on track?
Well, this is such an important topic, and it's so good to be talking about this still in July, because you want to start a couple of weeks before your kids go back to school. And what you want to do is set bedtime about 5 to 10 minutes earlier each night. And your goal should be for kids in elementary school, they should be getting about 10 to 12 hours of sleep. And kids in middle and high school should be getting at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep.
And what if your kids are, let's say, maybe even switching schools and going to middle school? My daughter did that last year. It was a really hard adjustment because it's about an hour earlier. So same thing, kind of account for that and pull it back at 5 minutes at a time?
As long as it's gradual, it will really benefit your child, and they won't notice that big of a difference. And so if you can start a couple of weeks beforehand, you can reach that goal.
Well, we know how important it is also for their schoolwork.
Absolutely. It's been shown that kids who are tired, it absolutely affects their overall school performance because they can't concentrate, they have trouble paying attention, and it even affects their mood.
Oh, yes, it does. They get cranky. So what other things do we need to be preparing for as they go back to school? There are lots of health issues and some caveats here and there.
Well, you always want to make sure their immunizations are up to date. We often think about this in babies and toddlers, but 4 to 6-year-olds need a set, 11 and 12-year-olds need a couple immunizations, and even kids going to college need the meningitis vaccine, so you want to check with your pediatrician and get that taken care of. Vision and hearing screens are very important because if there's any problem with that, they're going to have trouble learning at school. Backpack weight is a big issue. You know, these kids are, especially middle school and high school, every book is in their backpack. They're wearing it on one shoulder. You want to make sure that the backpack weight is no more than 10 to 15% of their body weight, that they're using both shoulder straps, and the weight's evenly distributed in the backpack. And then, of course, for picky eaters, when they're starting at school, you know, starting kindergarten, they're not going to be able to be grazers, so you want to make sure that they get that healthy breakfast in.
Oh, that's awesome. Breakfast is so important. We're going to have a back to school week here on Good Day. We'll discuss some of these ideas in a couple weeks. Great to see you.
You too.
Always. Thank you for being here, Dr. Woodward. And Lauren, how are you doing over there with Ken? Is he giving you any trouble?
I'm on my best behavior over here in the Weather Center. Right?
Is that the case?
Yeah. Yes. I am on my best behavior, but let's talk about the weather.